八字算命术，雅称八字命理，是基于生辰八字推算的一门占卜术。向大家推荐一位研究八字命理20余年的道长，擅长八字算命、居家风水布局、灵符法事。道长微信：20882988。
There is still so much we don't know about the oceans, but some of the things that we do know are pretty creepy. In today's video, we're talking about the 10 scariest sea monsters ever caught. Alien shark. Okay, so when I saw this image, I thought that this was either an alien or the work of Photoshop, but it turns out it's a hammerhead shark being dragged ashore. Hammerhead sharks are weird. They have very distinctive head shapes that make them look super freaky. Bucky Dennis caught a record-breakingly big hammerhead off the coast of Boca Grande in the Gulf of Mexico in 2006. The massive fish was 14.5 feet long and weighed over 1,200 pounds. It's said that Dennis pursued the shark for hours before he was able to reel it in and bring it ashore. Sadly, the shark that he caught was pregnant with 55 pups, causing mass criticism online. The Coney Island Adventure. Have you guys ever been to Coney Island? It's a fun place to be. This weird creature from the ocean must have heard its rep for a good time and decided to surface to join the party. Seriously, what is this thing? TikTok user Natalia Vorobok uploaded a video of the weird creature caught by anglers on the Coney Island pier. The footage of the mysterious creature flopping around got 23 million views on the video platform and was later shared on other social media sites, making headlines and freaking people out across the world. A lot of people thought that the creature looked like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, but Ocean Conservation Trust waded in to say that it was actually an underdeveloped skate. I don't know though. It looks monstrous to me. What kind of skate has a beak? I'm going with a government cover-up on this one. The San Diego Serpent. In 1996, United States Navy SEALs in San Diego came across a mystery creature that had washed ashore. The SEALs were out for an early morning jog when they came across the nightmarish monster that seemed to have slithered straight out of the Pacific Ocean. As the creature was lifeless, the men unfurled it and took a photo, which later featured in a U.S. Navy publication, All Hands. The monster turned out to be a particularly big oarfish stretching 23 feet long and weighing 300 pounds. Oarfish are the longest bony fish alive, and apparently they can grow up to 36 feet in length. The fish usually lives deeper in the water, but have been known to surface when they are sick of dying. Over the years, sightings have inspired a great number of myths and legends, with sailors once genuinely believing that they were sea serpents. To be honest, oarfish do look like monsters, so what's the difference really? They just turned out to be real. That's it. Oil rig lurker. A curious, billowing sea monster was caught on camera 5,000 feet deep in the Gulf of Mexico. The creature flopped into the view of a camera attached to an oil rig and left marine biologists scratching their heads when the footage was found. Have a look for yourself. So I'm guessing you think it's like an underwater sheet or something. Not that that would make any sense so far down below the surface, but I totally understand. This thing is alive, though. Take a closer look. This video had people freaking out for years, but eventually the creature was identified as a 2-foot-wide placental jellyfish. Creepy. These ghost-like creatures are usually found in the cold waters of the Antarctic. So what is it doing in the Gulf of Mexico? I've got no idea. Maybe it needed a little vacation. The Cyclops. A cyclops is a loathsome creature from Greek mythology, but one was pulled right out from the sea. Have a look at this possible monster. This can't be real, right? Well, it turns out that it is. In 2011, a 22-inch long monster with one eye was pulled from the Gulf of California off the coast of Mexico. The creature was caught by shark hunter Enrique Leon, and it turned out to be a deformed shark fetus. Cyclops animals do appear in nature when something goes wrong with the animal's development, but it certainly is an unusual sight. Roman feathered stove. I guess I kind of made it sound like there's a monster out there called Roman Featherstove, but actually that is the name of the brave Russian fisherman who catches sea beasts and shares them with the world on the internet. Featherstove works on a trawler based in Murmansk and has even seen some of the scariest creatures to ever live in the ocean. He's decided to make it his mission to share pictures of monsters he's encountered in his line of work and post them to Twitter and Instagram, where he has amassed hundreds of thousands of followers. Have a look at this weird, unidentified white monster from the frigid Barents Sea. What is that? Also, check out the teeth on this beast. If you want to convince yourself that the ocean is the scariest place and you should never swim in it or travel across it ever again, then check out his Instagram feed. The handle is r_official. Eyeless monster. Not all sea monsters are behemoths. Scary things can come in small packages too. A little ankle biter of a monster was caught in Australia in the summer of 2019, freaking out the good people of the internet. T. Hoken was fishing with a group of friends at the Shady Camp fishing area when this no-eyed alien creature was brought up to the surface. It may not have any eyes, but it certainly has a face full of sharp teeth. I really don't like the look of this thing at all. The angler spoke to ABC News and said, "Honestly, the first thing I thought about was the Alien movie with Sigourney Weaver and that this thing that comes out of people's stomachs." It turns out that the creature is a type of worm goby, a creature native to the part of Australia that usually lives its life under thick mud. The image went viral and was shared by popular Twitter accounts such as Nature is Scary. The conclusion? Australia is a terrifying place filled with actual monsters. Ziwio Maru carcass. In 1977, something monstrous and mystifying was pulled up by a Japanese fishing trawler off the coast of New Zealand. The foul-smelling, unidentified creature was dubbed the New Nessie by the boat's crew, who also took photographs of the strange beast. The discovery was potentially biologically significant. It could have been evidence of a new species or an actual mythical creature, but the ship's captain, Akira Tanaka, ordered his crew to dump the stinking carcass back into the ocean in case it spoiled the rest of the fish that had been caught. This was a big mistake, as it means that the mysterious creature has never been identified. It's been described as being 3,950 pounds in weight and over 32 feet long, which would make it one of the biggest creatures in the ocean. According to the crew, it had a 5-foot-long neck, fins, and a 6.5-foot tail. This has led to speculation that it could be a plesiosaur, a dinosaur thought to have gone extinct millions of years ago. Others think it was simply a decomposing basking shark. Unfortunately, with only photographs to work with, we will never know. The mermaid. Mermaids are the stuff of myth and legend. Or are they? In 2012, American TV channel Animal Planet aired a widely criticized documentary called Mermaids: The Body Found. The show was presented like a regular factual documentary and was viewed by nearly 2 million people. However, it was a total fake. The show discussed so-called evidence of mermaids, including footage from a Japanese fishing boat. Have a look for yourself. Of course, this video is totally faked and was staged specifically for the documentary, which is since considered a prime example of docu-fiction, a fictitious show posed as a fact. Kinda like the Blair Witch Project, I guess. So far as I know, no real mermaids have ever been caught. It doesn't mean that they aren't out there. When it comes to a place as vast as the ocean, who knows, really? The megalodon. The biggest fish ever caught was a freakishly big great white shark weighing an incredible 2,664 pounds. Can you even imagine? That is insane. The giant shark was hauled up by Alfred Dean off the coast of Ceduna in Australia in April 1959 and has been certified as the world's biggest catch by the International Game Fish Association. Great white sharks grow to around 20 feet in length and can easily weigh more than the beast caught by Dean. However, you would have a tough time catching them. Steven Spielberg's Jaws painted great whites as terrifying man-eating sea monsters. While it is true that great whites are responsible for the most amount of fatal, unprovoked attacks on humans, generally speaking, if you stay out of their way, they will stay out of yours. Oh, and just a friendly reminder that you should feel lucky to be alive in this day and age. because back in prehistoric times, great whites had ancestors called megalodons that grew up to 35 feet and would have weighed upwards of 6,000 pounds. So, the present day isn't all that bad. There was a time when actual real-life monsters lived in the ocean. That was the 10 scariest sea monsters ever caught. I don't know about you, but I'm suddenly not feeling so great about the ocean. Have you ever seen a monster in the ocean or even on land? Let me know.